Hey, happy Sunday, friends, and all those who choose to watch this video. Um, my name is Dawn, and for those of you who don't know me, maybe someone forwarded this video to you, or you were scrolling on Facebook or YouTube and you came across this channel. My name is Dawn. I am a high school English teacher, and I'm also a self proclaimed um, activist. Okay. And so I have decided to turn my Fulbright platform into a platform for civic engagement. Um, Especially for those who are like me at this point in time in the United States, where we're seeing a lot of confusing, disturbing, illegal, upsetting things that are happening, and we don't recognize our country anymore. Okay? So, this video is for us. And this is my contribution to my American civic duty and my civic privilege as well. All right. So, um, one of the things that you should know about me, in addition to being an American, a U.S. citizen, I'm also a Christian. And so, um, I first and primarily, foremost, identify with my Christian faith, then my African American culture, and then my United States citizenship. Okay. And so, as a Christian, I want to talk to those who may feel like, I know what the Bible says, or I think I know what the Bible says, but I don't really know how I can engage politically without seeming to go against biblical principles. Well, let me just say the first thing I want to say about that. And I have my notes here in front of me. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. First and foremost, God does not condone hiding our head in the sand for the sake of being on brand, sorry, with our church, our denomination, our religion, um, or even for the sake of our mental health. The Bible does not condone that at all. Okay, so I need to make that clear, and I have some passages, very short passages that I'm going to read. I'm not going to explain them because I'm not um, a biblical pastor or anything like that. But one of the things that Jesus told his disciples is so also when you see when you see all these things, you will know. Okay. He's talking about the end times. He's talking about, some people felt like he was talking about the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem. Many of us believe he's talking about his actual second coming, right? Um, but it doesn't matter. Whatever you believe, whichever perspective you take, he specifically said that you have to see things happening so that you will know what is to come. Okay? You can't see if your head is buried in the sand, if you're avoiding the news, if you're avoiding bad news. The Bible never condoned that. Okay? So, just like we don't retreat from the world physically because we need to be a light in the darkness, We should be the eyes of discernment and wisdom for the lost. Okay? So if you don't even know what's going on in the world, if you don't even know what's happening, when the lost come to you confused, crying, stressed about what's happening in the world, how are you to have wisdom and discernment to be a light and comfort to them? Okay? Um, in Mark 13, verse 33a and 35 through 37, Jesus said this: Be on guard, keep awake, right? So be alert, be looking around, be watchful is another word that is used in a different version of this passage. Stay awake. For you do not know when the master of the house will come, in the evening or at midnight, or when the rooster crows, or in the morning, lest he, meaning Christ, come suddenly and find you asleep. You haven't been watching. You've been burying your head in the sand. You don't even know how close we are getting to the return of Christ. And what I say to you, his disciples, I say to all. That's everyone. Lost believers. Stay awake. Stay awake. Stop burying your head in the sand. Stop ignoring the signs. Stay awake. Okay, with that being said, here's my disclaimer. If you'd rather stay blind about specifically U.S. events in current days, weeks, months, you need to probably stop this video now. Hurry up, just cut it off right now. If you don't want to know, just go. Hurry. Bye. For those who would like to follow me and on this journey of my own civic duty, my own civic democratic duty as an American citizen, I'm going to be presenting a series of videos providing options for those who feel like there's something I have to be able to do in order to save my country, right? There's something I should be able to do. I don't want to protest. I don't feel good about that. I don't want to get online bashing folks and calling folks out and arguing and fighting and all of that, right? What do I do? I'm going to be giving a series of videos that provide options for those of us who would like to participate in the democratic civic process as granted to us by the United States Constitution. Okay? So, this video and this series, again, this is my contribution to the democratic civic process. Today, I have one thing to say. We're going to start at the very beginning, at the starting point, and with what I would say is the most important starting point. My advice to all those like me is for you to just do one thing, right? One small thing. Research the rise of 1930s Germany. That's all you have to do right now. Research the rise of 1930s Germany. I don't have any resource suggestions And as any academic would tell you, um, it's better for you to find your own resources. This is what I would tell my students. You find your own credible, reliable resources. What I will say is, again, what I tell my students, you can use sites with two different endings, which would be the most credible or reliable if the ending of the site is .org or .edu. The other thing you want to look for is sites that have few to zero ads. The more ads the site has, the more pop-ups, the more videos, the more things like that, the more likely that site is to be biased. Okay? Do your research. Research the rise of 1930s Germany. Look for sites that are .org or .edu with few to zero ads. All right, that's it. I will see you next time. Thanks.